A pair of developments in the Wisconsin Supreme Court set the stage for a political power struggle. Show title: Hide title: Wisconsin Supreme Court nominee Janet Protasiewicz on recusal rule. Wisconsin Supreme Court candidate Janet Protasiewicz answers a question about recusal rules for judges and the role she thinks the public should play in creating those rules. Bill Schulz. Milwaukee Journal Sentinel MADISON. The highest offices of Wisconsin government are locked in. Bitter power struggle ahead of 2024 presidential election after new liberal majority on Supreme Court agreed to take on a case that could upend Republican majority in Legislature and trigger conflict. An unprecedented dismissal of a sitting judge. The four liberals who control Wisconsin Supreme Court decided Friday to launch a legal challenge to the state's legislative limits that helped Republicans gain a supermajority of seats in battleground statehouse. The court's newest justice, Janet Protasiewicz, also rejected calls Friday from GOP legislative leaders to recuse herself from cases before court, challenging the state's legislative maps, which she described as rigged on campaign trail. The House Speaker warned that this decision could push him to initiate impeachment proceedings. An effort to remove Protasiewicz could lead even more turmoil, with possibilities ranging from lawsuits that prevent lawmakers from pursuing their goals. A surprise resignation by the new judge allow Democratic Gov. Tony Evers to appoint a new judge to the court. Turmoil continues at top of the two co-branches of government as Republican lawmakers continue to overhaul who will oversee elections, considering ways to oust two top officials at Wisconsin Elections Commission. As with many aspects Wisconsin politics, we are in uncharted territory, said Barry Burden, a professor political science at the University Wisconsin-Madison and director the university's Center for Election Research. More PolitiFact impeachment articles against Meagan Wolfe are full of false and misleading claims. Republican lawmakers have raised possibility of Protasiewicz being impeached if he does not back down on challenges to state election maps currently being reviewed by court, arguing that Protasiewicz was biased by calling maps rigged on campaign trail and receiving about 10. Protasiewicz defeated conservative Daniel Kelly by 11 points April election and flipped control of Field 43 in favor of liberals when he moved to bench. August Protasiewicz issued order announcing his decision to stay in redistricting case late Friday afternoon, arguing that Wisconsin Democratic Party's contributions were irrelevant because party was not a plaintiff in case and that doing so would create an unhelpful precedent. All his colleagues who also benefited from party contributions. He also said his comments during the campaign were accompanied by a promise to approach individual cases impartially. Decisions to withdraw are governed by L.